front of me here are major parts of your vehicle's automatic transmission, and in this video I'm going to teach you all you need to know about them, possible solutions to your problems, what causes the most problems in the transmission, and the symptoms you are going to get when any of these parts fail. So I'm going to make everything brief for you to understand. So this one is the torque converter. The torque converter is responsible for transmitting power directly from your engine to the transmission. Inside this we have the impeller driving by your engine. We have the turbine which sends power directly to your input shaft, and we have the stator which redirects fluid for torque multiplication. We also have the lock-up clutch which locks the converter for efficiency. When the torque converter begins to fail, your car may be shuddering, you are going to hear whining noises, and sometimes there will be no power at all to the transmission. This one here is called the valve body. Sometimes we refer to it as the brain of your transmission. It's made up of solenoids and valves inside of it. This is the cause of 90% of your problems. If there is a stuck valve or a blocked solenoid, which is caused by contaminated transmission fluid, it's going to exhibit different kind of symptoms: hard shifting, slipping gears, even no reverse, a lot of problems. This thing here can cause these problems if it's stuck. So most of your transmission problems is not directly coming from all these items here. It's mostly coming from this valve body. Any stuck valve or a stuck solenoid is going to exhibit different kind of very harsh problems that is not caused by any of these items here. Hard shifting, slipping gears, no reverse, lot of problems. This valve body here is responsible for that. Over time, your oil may be contaminated with metal shavings coming from inside your transmission, and these metal shavings, if they find their way into the valve body, they are going to block a valve or block your solenoid or whatsoever. So simply changing your oil may or may not solve the problem you're having. So before you allow any mechanic to work on your transmission, tell them to service the valve body first. Servicing your valve body may solve the problem. So remember, 90% of your problems is caused by this valve body here, not your transmission. Faulty solenoids, blocked valves can give you symptoms that feels like your transmission has totally broken, but it has not. And here is what we call clutch pack. Here is the second most common causes of your transmission problems, especially slipping gears. So there are different clutch packs inside your transmission. This one is also a clutch pack. This one is a clutch pack. And inside the forward gear, you can see there is also a clutch pack inside of it. So if you're having slipping gears and you have serviced your valve body, have changed your oil, and the slipping gears persist, this is the cause of your slipping gears. One or multiple of these clutch packs have failed, and what fails inside the clutch pack is something we call friction discs. So friction discs, when it fails, it begins to cause slipping gears. This is friction discs. So slipping gears can be caused by your valve body, blocked solenoid, blocked valves, contaminated oil, a faulty clutch pack. So to solve this problem, you simply unstock the valve, or change the faulty solenoid, or change the faulty clutch pack. That's the only solution to this. This one here is the oil pump. It connects directly to the torque converter, and it sends pressurized transmission fluid to the torque converter. If it fails, the transmission is not going to function at all. There will be no movement, nothing. There will be no response when you put it in gear or whatsoever, nothing. And if it is still failing, the transmission is going to also exhibit some similar symptoms, hard shifting and all that, whining noises from your converter and all that. Then we have the planetary gears. This one is the overdrive planetary gear. and intermediate shaft. We also have this planetary gear. This one here is also a planetary gear, and this one also is a planetary gear. Okay, so there are 3 planetary gears in this transmission, and all of them has a different work to do, and they are considered the heart of your transmission, the planetary gears. So if any of them fails, you're going to hear grinding noises inside of it. You can see the gear teeth inside of it. If any of them fails, you're going to hear grinding noises inside of it. You can see this one is a clear planetary gear. You're going to hear grinding noises inside your transmission. So these planetary gears are very reliable, and they are most likely not the problem you're having in your transmission. This one, we call it the one-way clutch. It's made to turn one side and then lock the other side. I will show you. You can see it can turn this side, but it cannot turn the other side. It's very reliable, and it's most likely not the problem of your transmission. This one is called the forward clutch. This part goes into the torque converter and is responsible for transmitting power into the system as well. So inside of it, there is also a pack of clutch. Let me show you. These are the clutch pack. These are the clutch pack. And I'm going to change all this friction disc. It's no longer okay. Can you see it? So this is the clutch pack from the forward clutch. Inside this is a piston, and this one is a set of spring that is holding down the piston. When pressurized, it's going to lock up the clutch and everything will begin to spin. Plate, friction disc, plate, disc, I'll have the snap ring that locks everything in place. Can you see? This one is called a thrust washer, and there is also a race inside of it. So put it back. Alright, this one is called a ring gear, also connected into the system. These ones are accumulators made up of piston, O-rings, and springs with different colors. See, this is another one with a spring with a different color. They have specific places to enter the spring again, different color. This one is the manual valve. It connects to your shifter, and when you shift into drive or reverse, it's going to manually adjust, redirecting fluid inside the valve body to the gear you selected. That's how it works. This one is the speed sensor. It's connected to the differential and it sends speed information to your ECU. This one here is the differential, and this is a unique bearing, specially made bearing. You can see how it works inside of it. It sends power to your wheels. So this is what sends power from the transmission to your wheels, and your wheels begins to move. The differential. So if it fails, you're going to hear grinding noises underneath your car, or there will be no power to your wheels. So this one is the counter driving gear system. This is the pinion, the counter driving gear. It takes power from the transmission and send it to the differential, and from the differential the power goes to your wheels. If this fails also, you're going to hear grinding noise because it has gear teeth. So most grinding noise you are going to hear inside your transmission is caused by a broken gear tooth. So there is it. To finalize this, 90% of your transmission problems is caused by this valve body, a blocked solenoid or a blocked valve. Any of them can exhibit harsh shifting, slipping gears, no reverse, no forward, a lot of problems. So you have to service your valve body, change your oil, and then if your problem persists, then you can dig deeper into your transmission to find out the problem. And the second most common cause of slipping gears is faulty clutch pad. That's the problem. So once in a while, check your transmission fluid level, check for burnt smell, and change contaminated transmission fluid. So that is it. If you enjoy this kind of videos, kindly subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching.